What's up, people? Welcome to Riding on Ruby. Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to Riding on Ruby. Well, today's what, October 17th? And this is like maybe the second time the whole month I was able to ride. We had like gusty winds and heavy rain for like 3 days. This backyard was soaking wet. I had to rake a little path where I could get in and out with Ruby. And hopefully this weekend will be nice. Hoping to get in at least a couple more rides. Usually I could get at least 2 or 3 a week, but this weather's been crazy. So I don't know, but anyways, gonna head in for the afternoon routes. And I went to put the GoPro on the chin mount, and the sticky thing there that you put the mount onto fell off. So at the last second I had to grab a different one. I heated it up with a lighter and then stuck it on and held it for about 2 minutes. So I'm hoping it's going to hold the GoPro in place, because I can't really use the mount over here on the handlebars, because unless I take the mic out of the open face helmet, which I don't want to do yet. In case it's warm, I might ride with that. But anyways, I got Pumpkinhead, if you could see that in the mirror, well, the speedometer looks like a mirror. Alright, let's get going. Hopefully I'll get more rides in, but we don't know. Around here, I remember one year we had a freak ice storm around this time of the month. Maybe, I don't know, it's probably at least around the middle of the month, I guess. So anyways, you know, it was like now where all the leaves and everything were on the trees. And oh man, that storm was such a bad ice storm. It knocked out power in our town for 8 days straight. It was like 8 days and 9 nights or something like that. Man, that was horrible. The house was like 42 degrees. And we used this little trick that we've seen on the internet, where you get a terracotta, you know, pot or planter, and you put them on like a brick, on top of bricks, and then you put like a bunch of tea lights underneath, you know, candles, and then you light it, excuse me, and then, you know, it causes, you know, the terracotta pot to heat up, and then there's a hole in the top. Well, actually it's the bottom, but when it's upside down it's the top. So there's a hole, and then that hole ends up, you know, emitting heat too. It's not the greatest, but it was at least something to get a little warmth, you know. So that's just a little tip in case anybody, you know, needs it. Behind this smelly truck. I have no idea on how the GoPro's angled. But it's Happy Friday, woohoo! I hope this guy ain't going the whole way I'm going. Oh, yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got a little wave and a smile from some lady there. there's a lot of crazy things going on in the motorcycle world, huh? I mean, it's old news already, but you know, we got some new guy in Harley. And we got this new Sprint bike coming out. Some say it's a 400 something, like a 440. Some are saying it's a 750. Nobody knows if it's going to be this Porsche made, Porsche design Revolution motor that I got in Ruby. It's going to be like an Evo. Who knows? So everybody's waiting on that. And then, of course, the big news, Polaris sells Indian. And if you ask me, Indian's similar to the prices of Harleys. So if this investment group or whatever they are, realty group, if they want to make some sales, then, you know, like everybody says, they got an appeal to the younger generation, and they can't afford a $30,000 touring bike, and they might be intimidated maybe by like something, you know, over a 1200cc. So they're gonna have to come out with you know, something anywhere between like a 500 up to maybe like a 800. This way, you know, all the younger people will be, you know, like, oh yeah, that's not too bad, you know, it's not intimidating. And then of course once they get riding, then it's like, oh yeah, all right, you know, I'm gonna jump up to something bigger. And then of course you got a bike that you can trade in. Well, it's windy, but it's not too bad. I'm not cold, so that's good. Maybe you can see some of these fall colors, and this is kind of like weird too for that, because usually you get the trees where they're gonna turn yellow, and it's like this glowing yellow, like they're battery operated or something. They're really beautiful. I mean, if you have a camera with a polarizer lens on it, like when I did freelance photography, I had a circular polarizer, and that would really make the colors pop. But if you could see, there's still a lot of trees that are green, or they're just starting to turn. They're like going like barely yellow, and then going to like an orange, and then brown, like seems like in a week. They're not lasting or nothing. I don't know if it's because of the excessive heat we had towards the end of the summer, or if it's because we got a couple of cold spells, some frost a little early in October. But I mean, I used to ride all the time, at least until the end of the second week in November around here. I guess this is one of these people that, like, you put your turn signal on as you're making the turn. That's why they call it a turn signal, right? You make it in the middle of the turn. Duh. Anyways, so hopefully, I think it's supposed to be 70 like on Sunday. So depending on the plans and everything, maybe if I'm lucky, I might be able to get out for a little fall foliage ride or something. Like I said, it's not too bad right now. It's breezy. Well, it's windy. But the other day it was like gusting to like 40 to 50 mile per hour. And it was cold wind, man. It felt like it was, I think it was in the 50s, but it felt like it was in the 30s. And tonight, Friday night into Saturday morning, it's supposed to be in the 30s again. So I doubt I'm going to be taking Ruby to the hangout with the guys on Saturday morning. But I got to get those leaves done. I had to fix the lawnmower, the brand new one I just bought last year, with the baggers so I could get the leaves. Wouldn't start. It says right on it, guaranteed to start in 2 pulls. Yeah, well, 200 pulls later it wasn't starting. So I shot it up with carburetor cleaner and let it sit for a while, and then wouldn't start. So then I tapped the bottom of the carburetor, you know, thinking that maybe the float is stuck, you know, with the gas sitting all winter and everything. And then, yeah, sure enough, she fired right up after that. Alright, home away from home. Yeah. Alright, I see a spot right there. We'll swing around. Well, hopefully the ride home will be just as nice. Oh, my eyes are watering. I didn't close this thing. Oh, alright. Oh, there's my baby right there. The big yellow limousine. Alright, people. I'll catch you on the rebound. Peace and love, everyone. Hopefully this is still recording. Alright, what up, people? Hopefully this is recording and sound's working and all that. Alright, let's rock and roll. Pull that down. Alright, it's still not too bad. It's a little chilly, but here's some colors. Tilt my head up so you can see in the camera. No deer today in the field. Oh, thank God it's Friday. Yahoo. Got the zipper up my pocket so I don't lose nothing in there. Ride 'em, cowboy. So I don't know how this mic is because it got all loose and wobbly. So I kind of just shoved it back in there. So hopefully it's not too crackly or too close to my mouth. Go home and have some supper. I think I'll just make a couple tuna melts. You know, some tuna fish on bread, a bunch of cheese on top, put it in the toaster oven. There you go. And then a handful of Three Musketeers bars will top it off. Gotta have those vitamins in that chocolate bar. Oh, hopefully I could get another ride in on maybe on Sunday. Saturday's gonna be busy. Hang out with the guys in the morning, hit some of the stores. Don't do it, buddy. Like Motor Bomb Virginia says, puller outers, gotta watch out for them. Gotta look way ahead. Just like when you're driving the bus, you gotta look way ahead and over to the sides. You never know if a kid's gonna run out after a ball or something. Constantly scanning. Telling me it's all backed up. Stop and go, stop and go. Steaming up here.
Hey, turn your blinker off.
Oh, sorry, it doesn't cancel.
Pulled out in front of you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that guy, I guess, I hate these turn signals because they don't self-cancel, and half the times I hit the button, but if you don't hit it just right in the middle, it's not going to cancel it. So the guy pulled up and he's like, hey, turn your turn signal off. I thought you were turning. That could have been bad, and that was on my part. Yes, sirree, Bob. There's some pretty colors, but a lot of green though. Well, there's some over there. See if I could turn my neck around like an owl so you could see it. Do I feel like getting gas or just going home? I think I'll save it. That'd be an excuse I have to use right again. I put stabilizer in because she'll be sitting over the winter for a while, and I rather have is, you know, most of a full tank, so there's less room for condensation or something. Pumpkinhead rides again. Woohoo! And people say I'm crazy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh. Good thing these things have wet clutches, because I'll just stop and go, stop and go. Ah, missed the light. Poopy doopy doopy. Oh, first in line. Are we still blinking? I don't even see that blinking red. I bet you it's not even recording. I don't know, I can't tell. It may be too bright to see the light. Open this up a little. Oh, that pizza place smells good. I'll find out when I could look at the front, see if their numbers are there. Alright, home sweet home. Shut off the turning signal. Get through the gate. Hoo-hoo! We made it. Now let me see when it's a little dark here. Come on, neutral. Usually pretty good. Usually. Come on, neutral. I'm rocking you. Man, what's going on? There, let me back you up a little. There you go. Ta-da! Neutral. Alright. Now let's see if I can see this light blinking. Yeah, it's blinking. Yay! You mean it actually worked? Alright, people. Home sweet home. Get this helmet off and light a smoke. My nicotine level's getting low. Alright, people. Hope you have the most awesome day. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love, everyone.